Bonjour. I'll start speaking English. So, dear Minister Barrot, dear Minister Al-Nafti, dear President of the region, dear Renaud, Mayor of Nice left, but I was impressed with his speech. So, thank you very much for inviting me to this Mediterranean conference, for this Mediterranean day, to spend it here in the heart of the Mediterranean, which is Nice and the region, of course. We heard a lot this morning. Maybe I can repeat only a few figures. You know that world oceans cover 2/3 of the Earth's surface. And we also know that more than 3 billion people depend on the marine and coastal ecosystems. We already heard that oceans generate 50% of the oxygen we breathe. We saw how oxygen important is a few minutes ago. So, and they also absorb 25% of all CO2 emissions. We know that Mediterranean Sea is bordered with 20 countries. And during the tourist season, we easily double or triple the number of local inhabitants in some places, including my own hometown of Dubrovnik. With more than 400 ports and terminals, the Mediterranean accounts for approximately 30% of global maritime trade, which is also important and was mentioned by many of you, even President Macron yesterday. And as all other oceans of the Mediterranean provides food, jobs, energy, and other opportunities. At the same time, the Mediterranean Sea faces a lot of challenges. We heard already it's about pollution from land sources, from ships, litter, waste. We are also faced with overfishing, global warming, and coastal degradation. However, the trans-border nature of the Mare Nostrum also brings opportunities. And Europe is playing a strong role in this. Last week, the Commission adopted, as all of you know, the Ocean Pact with the commitments to sustainable ocean governance. My colleague Costa Kadis, who is Commissioner for Oceans and Fisheries, will speak about this to you later today. Today's celebration of the Day of the Mediterranean brings the focus of attention to a region which is of great importance for a prosperous future and for joint sustainable development. The Mediterranean is a shared space where we build our historical and cultural ties. And there is a lot to gain for all of us from strengthened cooperation between the European Union, North Africa and the Middle East, also including Gulf countries. This is why, for the first time, we have a dedicated portfolio for the Mediterranean in the European Commission, and I'm proud and honored to have been entrusted with this task. President von der Leyen decided to establish a new portfolio because there was a perception that a lot of our attention goes towards Ukraine, Moldova, Georgia, Western Balkans, and people in the Mediterranean, in the North Africa, and in the Middle East felt somehow abandoned or left behind. And this is the very reason, not for symbolical reason, but we want to be present in this region. We are saying nowadays we want to be players and not only payers. And this is something which I'm trying to do, and my mission is to bring the partners around the Mare Nostrum closer together. It's not only about economies, it's also about the people. And together we can achieve more, since all of you know that there is a lot of untapped potential. My current priority is the new Pact for the Mediterranean. New pact. When I say pact, it will be a document, but it's not about document, it's about genuine pact among us in the Mediterranean. So we have consulted until now member states, partner countries, all stakeholders, civil societies, also local and regional authorities, in order how to best design our strengthened cooperation. Just think of the win-win scenarios for both sides in many areas of common interest. We can work on renewable energies, as you heard. We can work on clean tech, climate change mitigation, on sustainable blue economy, on digital and transport connectivity, on migration, and on security. The pact, which I intend to present in October, beginning October, college will adopt this pact. At this moment, we are gathering all the contributions from different stakeholders, because we change approach this time. It will be bottom-up approach, so whatever we receive from different stakeholders, we will try to put into this pact. And the pact will be umbrella for first bilateral comprehensive partnerships. You know that we already have 3 comprehensive partnerships, one with Tunisia, another one with Egypt, and the third one with Jordan. Now we are working on the partnership with Morocco, also with Lebanon, so it will go on. So first pillar is bilateral partnerships, and the second pillar is regional cooperation, which you mentioned, between the European Union and the Mediterranean partners. And it will cover 3 main areas. First, people. Second, economies. And thirdly, peace, security, and resilience. We are putting people first. We want to strengthen human development through investments in higher education, connecting skills, creating jobs, promoting culture, sports, and tourism. Our key goal is to arrive at Med University's network. Today we are here at Med University, but we would like to create a network around the Mediterranean shores, including a Mediterranean university with 2 campuses, one in the southern Mediterranean and one is in the European Union. Because we see that the exchange between students, the exchange between young people is crucial. A prominent example of strengthening our economies and sustainable development is TMED, or Trans-Mediterranean Energy and Clean Tech Cooperation Initiative. We all have a lot of gains from closer cooperation in the Mediterranean region, especially in renewables. You know that we want to get rid of fossil fuels, and for us it's of utmost importance for us Europeans to have renewable energy all over Mediterranean. Just to mention, renewable energy from sun, from wind, from hydrogen. This is something we are aiming at. We already have some investments, but we are trying to enhance and to attract European companies to go to all the shores of Mediterranean in order to invest there. By doing this, we are addressing root causes of migration. We are opening new jobs there, and this is of utmost importance for all of us, for development of North Africa and Middle East, but also for Europe, to keep it balanced. We also have talent partnerships with different countries. When I say talent partnerships, that means that we sign partnership with the countries, with the governments, in order to balance working force. We don't want to create brain drain in Tunisia or Morocco or wherever, because they also need doctors, they also need engineers, we also need them. So this is what we have been doing, is talent partnership, to make it in balanced way. I'm also in charge of demography, just to mention this. We also want to develop stronger cooperation from security angle, to build resilience through external partnerships, for example, to combat organized crime. As all of you know, we need to fight smugglers together with we want to fight irregular migration routes, and we are trying to look for the legal pathways for labor migration, which I already mentioned. One on the aspect of peace, let me just single out Syria, although they might not be present here, but I visited the country last week, and the peaceful and inclusive transition is challenging task. So we have to do whatever we can in order to help Syrian people to rebuild their country. So I think that European Union and international community as a whole can support this process, and I hope that we can do it together. We had Syrian conference this year in March. We pledged 5.9 billion euros in order to help Syrian people, but it can be done also from the level of member states and also from us in the European Commission. Because peace and stability, why I'm saying this? Because peace and stability in the region are absolutely fundamental. Without peace and security, there won't be economy, there won't be trade, there won't be connectivity. So we need peace and security in the region, and this is precondition for prosperity and for sustainable development. Dear ladies and gentlemen, we have also our Union for Mediterranean. I see here Secretary General Nasser. As I said, new pact for the Mediterranean will be adopted by the College of Commissioners beginning October, but in November we will celebrate 30 years of Barcelona process, 30 years of Barcelona Declaration. So we will go to Barcelona to present this new pact for the Mediterranean. This will be fresh, new, and this will be the occasion to do it. So I want to thank you for all your work. We will try to help you, and we will try to encourage Union for Mediterranean to strengthen it and to make it important and more important than it is maybe at this moment. But we think that you did a great job during all this, and it was French initiative, so we want to thank you, and we will try to strengthen Union for Mediterranean because we need your organization. So I want to thank you that only in the period of these geostrategic uncertainties, we have to work with like-minded partners on equal footing. I forgot to mention Gulf countries. Gulf countries are also important. They are also part of my Mediterranean portfolio, although they are geographically not Mediterranean, but without Gulf, we cannot imagine all this in the Mediterranean when we speak about Israel, Palestine, Gaza, whatever is going on there, Yemen, Syria, Jordan. So we badly need Gulf countries together with us, not only them, other international partners. I'm not mentioning America, but American administration is also important. If we work together, we can achieve our goals, and this is of utmost importance. So please, France is, I know that you have interest in Lebanon. I also visited Beirut. You have interest in all other countries, and this is what we can somehow enhance our cooperation. We can enhance our presence, and we can finally become, as European Union, together with member states, we can finally become players and not only payers, because you know that European Union is paying a lot, be it for development policy. Just to mention one fact to conclude, we as European Union, we present only 16% of the world GDP. This is one fact which is important, but it is huge, 16%, small Europe. But at the same time, our development aid is 42% of the world development aid, which is in this balance. And now, after this new American policy, we have to invest even more. So this is very important to know, so we are trying to do our best. Thank you so much. I think that your input today, your expertise and your experience can help us a lot in order to achieve our goals. And I wish you fruitful debates, and once again, I want to congratulate today's Mediterranean Day here in the heart of Mediterranean in Nice. All the best.
Merci, Madame la Commissaire.